Okay. All right. All right. So, do you feel that the Black community can dream in contemporary America?
No.
I think a short answer, yes.
I definitely do. In contemporary America, you're not allowed to, um, at least for Black America, you're not allowed to dream to the fullest extent. The reason why I say this is you're worried about surviving. And even though you may have dreams and aspirations that you may try to achieve, ultimately, your drive to survive and the drive to have those behind you survive as well is what will push you and motivate you through the rest of your life. And because of that, and because of your obligation, you are unable to truly fulfill what your heart truly desires.
Yeah, I think so. I think, if anything, now more than ever, especially because of the innovation that we see, all that technology affords and allows for us, like in this contemporary moment. The simply put, the internet provides like a window into the world. I mean, there are ways for that is if you're connected, right? There are ways to see what's happening globally, right? Just from one particular space or area, from a secluded room. I mean, you can know so much news, cultural events and trends and things happening all over. And I think that kind of exposure is really important for dreams to develop. It provides a space for people to see something beyond what they presently see in their environment.
There's so many avenues that are open to us and opportunities that are available for us and like basically just like ready for the taking. I think that a large part of like maybe why like some of those opportunities are not being taken is because of like our sense of the community, like you're talking about like the Black community, and sometimes I do feel like we fall short, like we kind of lose track of that idea of like, it takes a village to raise a child. So I feel like just with like the proper kind of like encouragement, like any dream can come into fruition.
I do feel like the Black community can dream in contemporary America. I feel like there's way more opportunities now for just students of color and people of color to like push for their goals, whatever they may be, and like push towards new professions. There's a little bit more like role models that are out there in like different professions than there were, say, like several decades ago, when there was like strictly cut legislation that was limiting Black people. So like in the fact that you can dream and have goals and pursue things that you're passionate about, I feel like Black people can do that. It's just hard to maybe execute those dreams and make them a reality because of just resources are still limited, and people just people still don't know how to respond, and people still have their like inner prejudice and their inner bias. But I feel like that if you have resilience and if you have a good supporting network and circle around you, you can really pursue things you're passionate about, and you can make those dreams come true.
What are some of your own like personal dreams?
That's a tough one.
There are some that are indeed tangible, and there are some that are in another realm, quote unquote.
First, like separating between dreams and aspirations, because a lot of people like to link those two together. But in my eyes, dreams are something that play off of past experiences. And so it's like when you're dreaming, it's just like a different translation of your past experience. And sometimes it gives people a little bit of foresight into making aspirations and deciding on what they want their future to be.
Some of my personal dreams, I really love helping people. I really love supporting and encouraging people. So for me, I wanted to go into mental health therapy for a long time. And basically, I want to work with individuals to be able to cope with stress better. I feel like stress is a common part of life, but too much stress stress can be chronic and can like lead to other like physical issues and just poor states of mental health. And so if people can just grasp those like simple tools, and just be educated on like better techniques to deal with stress, to deal with crisis, to deal with like life obstacles, then I feel like they could succeed better and be better like parents, or be better students, or be better in whatever profession they're in. So I want to help people do that, and like work with families, and work with young adults and individual people to get them on a better, like more positive state of mental health.
You know, one thing most recently, I'll just go with, I've been thinking a lot about what would the world look like if everyone got to do the thing that they discovered they were most committed to and sort of most passionate about. It's tremendously ideal, and there's a part that I think about. I'm not too sure how practical that would be, but there is something about what would the world look like if everyone, or the majority of people, were doing that. And then I think, well, what would my role in that be? And so for me, I think about what would it mean to be a teacher, and not in a way that we sort of traditionally think about so-and-so as a teacher, but how to teach effectively in a way that helps like facilitate that discovery process. And then not only that, but to bring like a practical element in it as well, to think about how to sort of tangibly sort of like pursue those interests, those commitments, those passions in a way that can sort of produce sort of real and like physical like results. And so I think for me, there's a there's a there's a dream of teaching that looks a way that I still quite haven't figured out, but it's expansive. It's really, really expansive.
So, what does it mean to you to liberate our dreams, and how do we begin?
How to liberate one's dreams is how to get back to the original lens. Whether they broke the original lens and you have to find people to help you glue it back together, or whether it's you lost the original lens and you have to help, and you have to have others help you find it. Both require outside help, and both require you to get back to basics. For African Americans, I would have to say that when I say get back to basics, I don't necessarily mean home training at all. I mean, get back to the reason why you do the things you do, because that can be easily lost. And get back to your original lens and how you used to view the world, because going through so much education is a good thing, but because there's only one way here to be educated, you forget how you naturally are inclined to do things, or how you naturally are inclined to learn. So it's getting back to those types of basics.
And I think it's really important to encourage others, like not even just if you're a parent, not even just a child either, but a friend, someone in passing, a classmate. Just that encouragement like really helps. Like I'm about to take a test and I'm kind of not sure how it goes, and someone tells me, I can see my friends and they say like, oh, you about to do it, you about to kill it. I was like, you know what, like yeah, I can do this, like why not? So for me that really helps. Like I really think it's about unity and perseverance, and I feel like from coming together, any dream is possible. And things are possible to achieve on your own, but so much easier and yeah, more possible like when you have somebody to do it with. So I really feel like unity is a big part of that.
While you're dreaming, you see something that nobody else can see. And that passion that exists when you see it is your key to freedom, essentially. Is your key to liberation. And hence the reason a lot of people say that art is liberating, because that art is just a manifestation of your dreams.